He can't say nothing. Okay, nothing, because he's just a roommate. Okay, so you as a woman, if you're married, single, whatever, if your man is not paying every bill in that house, do whatever you want. Okay, he don't run nothing up in there. Okay, just so you know, unless he's paying every single bill and every one of your bills, he doesn't run anything. Stop caring so much. If he doesn't like you wearing a certain thing, put that thing on and walk out. If he doesn't like you wearing weave and makeup, put the weave and makeup on and walk out. If he don't like you getting nails done this long or with like red nail polish on it, get your nails red and long. If he doesn't like you wearing certain types of clothing or shoes, put them on and walk around and like you don't run nothing over here, okay?
As ludicrous as this may sound, she is very much so describing the mentality of the independent era in which we live in. I don't think that this is so far fetched. It's just that she just verbalized it like very straightforward.
I said, did you
Loud and
say it
clear.
was the independent era?
The independent era.
Oh, well,
That's
that
what I
sounds
call
very much dependent, not
Right?
independent. That is definitely a dependent era. I must admit that that is a lot of what I hear from females. Is they want a man to pay all the bills. They want the man to do everything, and they just want to be pretty and they don't want to do anything. And sex should be enough. That's all. That's all I want to do is have sex. I don't want to cook. I don't want to clean. I don't want to do anything, but you take care of me and I look cute. I tell women, even my friends, because I am the friend who will tell you like it is. You cannot require of a man anything that you cannot bring to the table. If you're not bringing it to the table, don't require it, please, ma'am. At least have what she's talking about. I don't agree. I don't agree, not one way, no way or fashion. I don't agree with that at all. I think that the respect comes when you are with your man, not
Mm-hmm.
dependent on what he does for you or what he can or cannot do for you.
Right.
Is that a true statement that a woman should not ask something from a man that she don't already have
Require,
or
require.
require? Yeah,
Mhm.
require.
I agree with it from the standpoint of they make a well, I'm sorry if I'm double talking, but when they make it a requirement for us, that's not a requirement for them. Which let me explain. I understand that roles, you know what I'm saying, are different because the thing about it is if a man can provide whatever he needs to provide and he's into you, he's gonna do it and you don't even have to ask. Right? You know, so with what she's saying about excuse me about the requirement part is that it's I'm gonna say that's coming from a double standardish, you know what I'm saying, standpoint of I can't do it, but you better but you be showing enough, you know what I'm saying, better, you know what I'm saying, better be able to do it. And you know what I'm saying, that I don't agree, you know what I'm saying, with that take of it being a double standard is issue because like they were saying it's coming from an independent mind, but it's coming from a dependent act.
Yeah.
I agree.
I could definitely see that, right? But when I hear things like, well, don't ask something that you don't have yourself or require something you don't have yourself. Like for me, I'm like, I don't necessarily need what I already have. Actually, I'm more prone to think I'm looking for something that I don't have. Isn't that what makes it
It
complimentary?
I guess when you make it the requirement, you can't be at 20% and ask somebody to be at 100. That's what I'm saying. You can't
Yeah.
ask, okay, you got to have this, and this, and all you bringing is pretty. You
Who
have to have you have to have substance. I'm not saying equal, but I'm saying you have to have substance. There has to be more to you than just fine and pretty. That's what I'm saying. When she makes it a requirement, like she hadn't said, you know, what she's gonna do for him, what she, you know, what additionally she's gonna do if he brings all of this. She's saying, oh, you better do this, this, this. I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. Wrong mindset. I'm not saying that you have to be the woman has to be equal to the man, but you have to have more than fine and pretty. You have to bring something more to the table than just your naturalness.
Well, you know where that come from? Because what's the new thing now? The women say, "I'm the prize." What do you do to win a prize? You do all of the work while the prize just, sits there. So you just spend all that ticket money, all that money, whatever you just spent, and you get the prize, and then you take it home, and it just sits there.
Mm-hmm.
You still go to work every day. You still, gotta cook every day, gotta get something to eat every day, while the prize just, sits on the drawer, sits in the attic, or wherever you want to put it at. You know what I'm saying? So now that's the thing where it's being put out there by 68.2%. You know what I'm saying? Of people that, you're the prize. And when you think about a prize, the only thing you do is win it, and then that's it. It's just for looks.
Yeah, in this case, what this woman is talking about, yeah, absolutely.
She full of
but
never
but
mind.
that's a city girl mentality though. That's not something that's like a foreign concept that what she's talking about. She just put it all together right in your face like that, and now it sounds kind of brash and harsh, but that's the reality of what people are thinking right now. And then somebody would say, hey, what would happen if like somebody hit me with this? Like they was like, so if a woman was working 14 hours, do you still expect her to come home and cook? Now, for me, when a person asks me that kind of question, I'm thinking that's a silly question to me, especially if you know me. Like, why would you even ask me some like we're gonna do whatever it takes because you might work 14 hours, I might who cares? Don't we gotta eat?
Exactly.
So I don't even
Yeah,
trip on
exactly.
that kind of stuff. But what that does tell me is that's part of the programming that goes on in the social media that make you question your value system, and then you start doing things like, oh, well, if you only work this and I'm doing this, my value is more than yours. So how dare you ask me to be the one to cook? No,
True.
I don't need you. I can do bad by myself. And people wonder why these little things make these big changes in society. So
Very
I
true.
say, okay, when you want to know the answers to questions like that, look at people that's perpetuating this kind of mindset. Hey, if he says he don't like that, go do the opposite. Matter of fact, do it to the fullest, a la
Yeah.
Kiki Palmer and whoever else that be doing it all the time when they keep pushing that narrative out there. That's why I be so hot, because I be like, oh, so y'all basically saying like there should be no boundaries. You should just do whatever it is you want to do, and you should be unchecked, but it should be financed totally by someone else.
The crazy thing about it is, like, I think it's one, and this is just from my personal experience. I'm not making a generalization, but from what I've seen and experienced, it's like if you look at it, I feel like for the majority of the part, and I know it's women all over the world who do this, but I think for the majority of the part, if you know a majority of how it works in the DMV, Washington, Maryland, Baltimore area, where you have a bunch of successful women that work in the government area, in the, they get paid on the charts, the chart system, whatever like that. They don't care, what a man makes per se, as long as he treats them right, as long as he treats them right. Like, it's a different animal. When you go that versus if you're in the West Coast and somebody be like, oh, he ain't making six figures. No, I can't deal with him because that's what I make. Versus you got someone in the DMV area, they making, six figures. They may see somebody that, got a hot dog stand, or, or manager at Walgreens or CVS, and be like, he a good dude. He treat me right. Shoot, I ain't looking for him to buy me a Mercedes, or to put me in a $600,000, home, whatever like that. He treat me right. He ain't out here being, reckless. Whenever he got something, he'll treat me, he'll take me out, he'll surprise me, whatever the case may be. That's good enough for me because I'm already self-sufficient.
Yeah.
Let me
And
see.
it
Hold
seems
on.
like the women that don't have have anything to offer are the main one that's saying that they're a prize.
Well, they think they have everything to offer because they have the looks and the money or whatever, but that ain't what really men want deep down inside.
Yeah.
That's
Say
not
it
where.
again.
He
Black,
said,
bring that back.
rewind
Bring
it.
that back. Bring that back. Say that again.
Well, they think they have everything to offer because they have the looks and the money or whatever, but that ain't what really men want deep down inside. Yeah, so women think, oh, that's what makes a man successful is having money, good looks, charm, being able to go on vacation, do what you want, right? So they go and get all that, and they think that that's what men want and they make, but that's not where we settle at. Matter of fact, if that's our chaotic life all the time, the last thing we want to do is come and watch somebody else do it, have somebody else dump theirs on us, or even have anything to do with someone doing something like that. Actually, I want to be able to just take a vacation away from all the other stuff. But now if I'm trying to help you blow up your 10 companies while I'm blowing up my 10 companies, now it seems like the priority isn't the family, it's them companies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So women don't do those things thinking that's where what men really want, and that's not where we settle at. That's not where our peace is. And women seem to think that our peace is in sex. It's not. It's not. We just want a
Nope.
piece. That's it. We just want a piece. That's not the same piece.
I know we value peace over everything. Oh,
Right.
hold on. Mature men
Okay.
who
Okay.
really, you know what I'm saying, who really want something. Because that was a time where I was with a whole Hellcat. You know what I'm saying? But the sex was good, so I'm like, okay, I can tolerate it or whatever. But now, nah, fam, you got to be because my mental isn't like paramount now. You know what I'm saying? So if you that piece, you know what I'm saying, that suffices. You know, so everything your booty could be, you know what I'm saying, as flat as this paper right here. Well, I'm exaggerating, but you know what I'm saying. If you my piece, you know what I'm saying, that thing gonna look like a prime pinky booty. You know what I'm saying? Prime pinky, I said.
Town business.